Ask away, boys. We got bottles on bottles on bottles. Ask your latest and greatest in FragCom. Haven't smelled this in a minute. What up, clones? Scent of the night? What would be my scent of the night, man? That's a good question. You know what? I got something for you. I got something for you right here. Scent of the night. Odyssey Ohm Black. We got a cross between Spice Bomb Infrared and Tom Ford Noir EDT. Or no, EDP. This is the worst lid in history, right? Do you have Invictus? I'm not a fan of Invictus, but if I was gonna be a fan of Invictus, this is what I'd wear. We got so many fragrances over here. Fragrance, if I want Invictus, is gonna be Slate Arctic from Banana Republic. If I want Invictus. If I'm going for Invictus, and I'm not a big fan of the Invictus DNA, but if I want just the freshest take on it, I'm going Banana Republic Slate Arctic, 20 bucks, TJ Maxx. What's poppin', guys? Have you tried the fragrance World King yet? It's fire. Let me look it up. Fragrance World King. What is it supposed to be a clone of? It looks unisex. It looks fruity as crap too. Rhubarb, coffee, orange, cardamom, mango, ginger, amber, peach, vetiver. Good grief. Interesting. What's it smell like? Top Gun, you gotta come better, bro. You gotta come better. You're out of context. You're off balance. You gotta put your shoes on, bro. What's good? Scent of the night, Salvador. Oh, Ferragamo Aqua. Okay, I see you. I see you. We rocking with Armaf Scent of the Night Odyssey Ohm Black. That Tom Ford Spice Bomb Infrared Noir combo, but it's light. And I'm in Arizona with it, so I gotta turn a fan on so I can aerate if I'm rocking this. Invictus, it's good or Arabic perfumes. Okay, appreciate it. Fragrance World King of Diamonds is great, but not for everyone. Okay, word. Earthy mango with a coffee backbone. You know, a lot of people were saying there's a predominant note in that fragrance that is a bit off-putting. But, you know, people are going to say what people are going to say. I'm a fan to try it out. It looks like a lot of fruit. A lot of fruit. But it looks like mango's a star player from what you're saying. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm in Arizona, bro, so you can't talk to me about cold weather. It is the 102nd day in Arizona of being north of 100 degrees. So when we throw something like this on, we are always indoors. I'm not a big fan of like saying, oh, I'm not gonna rock this until it's cold outside. It's almost never cold outside in Arizona. So when we rock stuff like this or stuff like this, we don't wait for cold weather to rock this. You know what we do? We turn a fan on or we go in a cold building and we make it rain. This is such a good fragrance. I mean, this thing is killer. It might not have the entirety of the alcohol note, but it's close enough. Man, it's so good. Paris Corner Amir's Fire Your Desire Angel Share. Get it in your life. You wear it, have your lady wear it. Y'all go out with it, y'all go to sleep with it. Do what you gotta do. People don't know that I wasn't born a woman. I'm more of a woman than you'll ever be. I'm the upgraded version. Interesting. That's good for you. You should find someone else to tell that to. Kind of irrelevant here, but good for you. Yeah, bro, it's crazy hot. It's crazy hot. Oh, Lord G, were you referring to this fragrance? Yes or no in the chat, and then I'll confirm your answer for you, bro. YouTube Live is really rewarding the vertical lives. It's crazy. Got a lot of people flooding in already, like 40 people at some point. Yeah, okay, so this is a, to me, 10 out of 10 clone of Angel Share. Okay, I'm gonna walk through it for you. Fire Your Desire. Okay, I'm gonna read you the notes, bro. Cognac, oak, wood, cinnamon, vanilla, sandalwood, tonka bean, and praline. It's basically rum, cinnamon, and vanilla, but it's sitting on woods, so it's got that masculine touch to it. It's perfectly unisex, but on a man, you're gonna smell tasty as crap with like this elegance because it's got that rum note. So you smell like you just came out of a bar and you just dripped out in cognac, bro. Perfect 10 out of 10 to me clone of Angel Share. It is $20. If you need the plug, go to fragrancebuy.ca and you will get this for 20 bucks. You can get it for pretty much 20 bucks anywhere, even TikTok shop. But this right here, bro, smells just like the juice, that cognac delight. It underperforms Angel Share by a touch. Like Angel Share's probably 8 out of 10, 7, 8 out of 10. This is probably closer to 7. It's an average performer. But when you smell like this, bro, it'll definitely get you through a work shift, 6 to 8 hours. Get you right, bro. But you're gonna have to up spray it. It's probably gonna be like 6 to 8 sprays to get you through 6 to 8 hours. But honestly, bro, this smells so mature and so elegant and is such a timeless DNA. I'd hit myself 10 times with this. Real player. And I mean, for 20 bucks, getting Angel Share to a T, 100 ml, beautiful bottle. Look at that. If you don't like it, give it to your girl. It'll smell good on the both of you. 20 bucks, Lord. 20 bucks, bro. 20 bucks. You cannot go wrong. You will smell like a $300 fragrance any day of the week. Thank me later. All my fall winter frags are packed away in the closet, but I just ordered a display cabinet. Well, hey, come take a walk with me. You know, we got this right here. We got stuff stocked away for winter. We got winter stock. We're stocked up, baby. We're stocked up. I'm sending out decants too. I'm sending out decants to my subscribers. Holler at me. What's this? That Mason Francis Kirk John Amorous. What y'all know about it? Get it in your life. This right here, we just did an episode on this. This is utter trash. Don't even worry about that. Forget this fragrance ever existed. These, to me, are Creed Aventus killers. This is what Creed Aventus should have been. But I like Creed Aventus. I'm not hating. Oh, y'all want to see the stew? Hey, yo. The MFK Amorous. Woo. Listen to me, bro. It's you. Remember, I walk a fine line with unisex. You know what I mean? There's some unisex I'm like, nah. But when you smell like Amorous, bro, it leans slightly feminine. But let me tell you something. You smell expensive, bro. You smell expensive. It's one of those fragrances like Xerjoff Lua, where it's just like, I don't care if you're slightly feminine. You know, it's the equivalent of throwing on a suit, and instead of going with your usual red or navy blue or gray or black, you throw on that like light pink dress shirt on top of the gray slacks or the khaki slacks. You know what I'm saying? That's the equivalent of that fragrance, man. It goes a little bit feminine, but at a cost. Like, you're gonna smell mad expensive, you're gonna smell sweet. It's that fragrance your girl's gonna, you know what I'm saying? A lot of guys wear like Jean-Paul Gaultier and a lot of that stuff, you know, big fruity fragrances, coconut, tropical. If you rock those at all, if you rock with those even in the slightest, you will rock with Amorous heavy because it's not as sweet. Like, I think it sits right on the furthest I'll go as far as a sweet fragrance. You know what I'm saying? I like my citruses. I like some fruits, but I like woods. I like vetiver. I like cognac. I like coffee. I like spice. I'm not a big bundle of fruit kind of guy, but for Amorous, I'm gonna walk that line. What it do, Novice? What's poppin', bro? Good to see you, man. What's the scent of the night, bro? I know you be wearing scents to bed. Latafa Jasur is awesome. Jasur is awesome. Excellent clone of Valentino, born in Roma, Coral Fantasy. You know what? I haven't put my nose on Coral Fantasy. I put my nose on everything from Valentino except Coral Fantasy because I just get mixed reviews about it, and I don't really follow the trends. You know, I rock what I rock, but the only real killer from Valentino, in my opinion, is Born in Roma. And so for that reason, that's what I rock. You know what I'm saying? But I might have to mess with that Coral Fantasy if it's not too sweet. Hey, listen, if you want it on the channel, I will bring it to the channel. Let me know in the chat, guys. Did y'all see my release of the upcoming decants that we ordered? If you haven't, we'll pull it up on screen because we got like 20 episodes coming just from that fragrance haul right there. Let me look. Amorous. how do I spell that? Oh, here we go. So Amyris, I'm gonna be honest with you. So up top we got Sicilian mandarin orange and rosemary. In the mid you got Amyris, iris, milk chocolate, coconut, and coffee. And in the base you have tonka bean and agarwood oud. I'm gonna keep it real with you though. You don't really get milk chocolate in coffee. You get the tiniest bit of coconut. It's mostly like this. You get mandarin orange and iris, so you get like this powdery floral fresh take on orange sitting on tonka bean, but it's almost got like a carbonation to it, like a soda like vibe, just barely. It's fire. It's absolutely fire. For such a simple note breakdown, it's killer. And then the rosemary just like complementing it. Rosemary, iris, you get different floral dimension that really makes the majority of the sweetness. So it's just sweet enough, but not too sweet. And then tonka bean orange, you know what I'm saying? It's trust me when I tell you it's fire. I don't think it's worth the full 50 ml bottle because it's a special fragrance that you bust out, you know? So if you're gonna rock Amyris, you get a travel spray and you wear it on date night, you wear it when you're hollering at a girl, you rock it when you're running errands, but you're just trying to be seen and look signature. Yeah. Okay, I see you, novice. I see you, novice. At Latafa Amir, okay. Did you spin for it or did you just grab it? Best cologne. Dumb question. It's too many, bro. It's like saying best female. What is that? What does that even look like? Is anything really sticking out to me? You know, I did an episode last night on Acqua di Gio's Profumo. And let me just tell you guys, man, I think Acqua di Gio Profumo, not Profondo, not OG, Profumo. I think Profumo might be top 5 best fragrances of all time, without question. Just off versatility alone, and then when you add that incense and then the unique DNA of Acqua di Gio that no one can match, best fresh fragrance of all time, probably top 3. I'm putting it top 5 conservatively. I'm gonna be honest, guys, there is no best perfume. If there was a best perfume, you know what I'm saying, y'all wouldn't be looking at this. If there was a best perfume, my desk wouldn't look like that. You know what I'm saying? But you wanna know something that I think is criminally underrated? Criminally underrated for men, not boys, men. If you want to have a fragrance that no one in your neighborhood, on your block, in your office, at your work, errand running, if you want a fragrance that is top shelf, gives you that Tom Ford feel in terms of elegance and class, where Tom Ford's just putting together a lot of formulations that whether you like it or not, you got to respect the elegance of his approach to perfumery. No matter if you like a Tom Ford fragrance or not, you highly respect the ingredients. Not necessarily stuff like tobacco vanille or oud wood or anything like that. I'm talking a lot of the other killers. But you know how every time you smell a Tom Ford fragrance, you're gonna put your nose to something that's gonna take you somewhere. This fragrance right here, it is such a simple formulation that nobody dares to mess with. The freshest cut of suede you've ever smelled in your life. Not leather. We're not going animalic. We are going fresh, almost new car smell, fresh airport cut of suede with violet leaf. Just the most beautiful floral accent of violet leaf to make it sweet and to ramp up freshness, even though the suede in and of itself is already fresh. You have the mineral note of Tom Ford's Oud Wood vibe in it. It's basically Tom Ford's Oud Wood if it was ramped up with violet leaf and fresh cut suede. This is a man that always flies private. This is a man who gets any girl he asks for. This is a man that drives any car he chooses. This is a man who gets any bit of success he desires. You will not smell like another man in your entire life rocking this. Criminally underrated. Earthy, floral, manly, slightly sweet, and most importantly, better than what it's cloning. Ganymede comes off like this, but too earthy. You will smell like a 40, 50-year-old man rocking Ganymede, and not necessarily in a good way. This ramps up the violet leaf, so you get a little more sweetness, which makes it way more charming for date night. And I cannot believe this is $20. I just cannot believe it. When you want to talk about a top 5 fragrance in my collection, listen to me. I have plenty of designer. Plenty. I have plenty of clones. I don't care what anyone says. This clone, not the original, this clone will pack 99% of the fragrance community for lunch. $20, get 5 bottles of this, and you will be a legend for the rest of your life. Look at this bottle. Does it look like this bottle is playing around? You will be on wings in the sky, just like the top of this bottle. Amir Celestial. Cop this fragrance, tell him I sent you, and I'll see you in heaven. Oh my gosh. You cannot lose. Whatever you want to do in life, put this on and you'll do it. I'm gonna put the wings right on screen. Okay, word, novice word. Yeah, you know, I really need to cop a discovery pack of Tom Ford or go to Neiman's to see all the new additions, you know what I'm saying? I've smelled a lot of Tom Ford. I've probably put my nose to about 15 Tom Ford frags. And I still haven't found my go-to Tom Ford, so I feel like I need to dig in the crates a little more and get some of the more less talked about Tom Fords, you know what I'm saying? A lot of the commercial stuff you're gonna see in Sephora and whatnot, I'm not digging the $150, $200 price tag for 50 ml. Not even of the stuff I like Oud Wood, not the plum fragrance, Orchid. I want to try a couple of the other ones like Ebony Fume or whatever. A lot of the more resinous stuff. I don't know. I haven't found my Tom Ford signature other than Noir EDP. That one is heavenly, and it smells similar to this. Not quite. I'm lying, but it smells like this ramped up with spices and sweetness. Went looking to try that Amir Ganymede at my local discounter, only found Latafa Masa, got some sprays on skin, but wasn't blown away. Yeah, bro, listen, there is no Ganymede clone. This is the only thing. And it matches Ganymede and says, hold my beer, and takes it up a notch. Don't go to anything. And to be honest, shout outs to my boy Mike from church, man. My boy Mike, after raving about this fragrance to him, He said, you know what? If you're talking that crazy about it, I'm just going to get Ganymede. Screw Amir Celestial. And I said, bro, don't do it. Don't do it, bro. But he went and copped Ganymede, and he didn't love it. I don't love Ganymede. I got Ganymede sitting over there on the shelf. I don't love Ganymede. But what they did with this, with the violet leaf, ramping it up, takes it out of the stratosphere. Listen, I love you guys, but I don't care what you're talking about. No Ganymede clone beats this. At all. Ever in life. You don't need to look further. I've already looked for you. They don't know. They don't understand. When you hit about 30 years old and up and you put this on, you might get a little extra chest hair, man. You might actually get chest hair for the first time. You'll know, you know when you see a man who's older than you, but he's where you want to be in life, and you're like, oh man, I can't wait to become a man because I want to be like that man right there. That's what this fragrance turns you into, that man. It ain't gonna turn you into it when the cap's falling off, but. Okay, let's look through the chat here. What does Halloween Man X smell like? Nothing you need. This is the only thing you need. I'm gonna show you. Pay attention really close. Purple bottle, Halloween Man. The best in the line. The best in the line in terms of versatility and in terms of the pure Halloween Man DNA. For 20 bucks, you can get 100 ml. For 25 to 30 bucks, you can get 200 ml. And let me tell you something. If you're an Invictus Aqua fan, this kills Invictus Aqua. This is Born in Roma meets Invictus Aqua. Smokes the boots off of it, bro. It's light, but 6 to 10 sprays and you will be a stud. This falls in line with Gio Armani in terms of being one of the most versatile fresh charm fragrances of all time. If you want to ramp it up and get more romantic and get out of the fresh casual / semi-formal category, then there's only one other option for Halloween Man, and that's Halloween Man Shot. Halloween Man Shot takes the exact DNA of Purple Bottle and gives it a lot more light spice and seduction, but it's still extremely fresh. Don't buy any other Halloween Man than Purple Bottle and Man Shot. It's hard to find this, but if you go on Facebook Marketplace, I got 100 ml for 20 bucks. If you find Halloween Man Shot, you found something special. But this on Amazon, 20, 25, 30 bucks, get you 200 ml. The fragrance will last your entire life, and you will feel confident using it every single day if you have to. Blind buy, grab and spray, call it a day. Listen, man, Sprinkle. Listen, bro. If you're referring to this fragrance right here, when I said it was criminally underrated, it's because not enough people wear this. Go to any of your favorite YouTubers in the fragrance community. They don't talk about this fragrance enough. They might have one video on it years ago. You will not find anybody else wearing this. Trust me. And I say that as somebody who feels like everybody should be wearing it multiple times a week. Tom Ford, you know, Tom Ford, it's not vanilla tobacco, it's tobacco vanille, but not a fan, bro. There are so many $20 fragrances that smell like tobacco vanille. Sure, the vanilla and tobacco are of high quality, but it's tobacco and vanilla, bro. I have a guy on my YouTube subscription list, cool guy, but it appears as if all he likes is coffee bean, tobacco, syrup, maple, vanilla, and that's all he rocks. And I had to question, like, how many women are you around? You know what I'm saying? If all you ever want to do is smell like a cigar lounge. Tobacco vanille, I want to know where are you wearing it? Because tobacco vanille, though it comes across as good, where are you wearing it? You're not wearing it around your girl. You're not wearing it at the gym. You're not wearing it out running errands. You're not wearing it at a funeral or a suit and tie event or a ballroom or a concert. You're wearing it at home. You're wearing it at a cigar lounge. You're wearing it by yourself on your motorcycle. I'm judging you right now. You know what I'm saying? None of that may be true, but that's what it smells like when I smell that. How is Mahir? Oh, Mahir Legacy. Atomic, let me know if you're talking about Mahir Legacy. I'll get back to you. Santana, I'm not sure if you're talking about the new one that just came out, but I agree with you if you are. Ard Al Zafran Marina Deep Dark Best Ganymede Clone. I have both of them. No, it ain't. I'm sorry, Reem. It's not. I apologize. It's not. Not even close. Not even close. Not even close. See, a lot of people, when they're looking at clones of Ganymede, judge the clone by how close it is to Ganymede and not how good of a fragrance it is. This gives you everything that Ganymede offers and makes Ganymede better. The other clones just get close to Ganymede, and no one likes straight Ganymede. You can tell me you like it all day long. Show me a 100 ml bottle of Ganymede. You don't got it. You don't got it. Speaking of Ard Al Zafran, let me get something. Best, is it Intimation? Can't be L'Immensité. Imagination, sorry. Best Imagination clone, to me. Ard Al Zafran Sahib Intense. I grabbed Intimation. It's cool. But when I got this, very hard to find this fragrance without paying 40 to 50 bucks. I found it on TikTok Shop, stole it for 20, 25-ish bucks. This is your best Louis Vuitton Imagination clone. You are only gonna get 50 to 70 ml, but if you can find it on the TikTok Shop, absolute summer, spring, shutting it down. Halloween Man is about $70 in India. Ouch. Yeah, ouch. I don't really feel like speaking to Mahir's whole line, but the gold bottle, trash. The black bottle, trash. This is all I'm really rocking from Mahir Legacy, bro. A mojito. Rainwater on metal, dripping into a fresh mojito, and that's this fragrance. This is Silver Mountain water with lime and carbonation. Very versatile, however, this DNA is not my favorite to rock like every day, all day. I rock this maybe once a week because it's fairly simple, right? You know, metallic, lime. That's pretty much where it stops. It does smell more sophisticated than that description, but that's essentially what it is, a mojito, leaning slightly on metallics. Smells just like the bottle looks with lime. I really do like this. Extremely versatile, but not extremely signature. Bois Imperial. Sure. How long does Amir Celestial last? I think Amir Celestial is a 6 to 10 spray. I might even lean towards 8 to 10 sprays. And I know a lot of you guys spray under 5 on any fragrance. If you're comfortable enough rocking 8 to 10 sprays, 6 at the very least, Amir Celestial will get you through a work shift, 6 to 8 hours. It is a average to slightly above average performer. I give it a 7 or 8 out of 10. And to be honest, for this DNA, I don't even care if it's a 4 out of 10. I'll just spray it 15 times because the DNA is so beautiful. Yeah, it is. It is, John. This is a Sedley clone. But I don't know if that changes anything. Sedley's okay. I don't think Sedley has a lot of signature to it. I think it's just a great 8 out of 10 fragrance. Very versatile. This is about 9 out of 10 closeness to Sedley. Slightly less sophisticated, but it has the mojito DNA. It's just, I don't want to smell like a lime mojito multiple times a week. You know, I'm busting it out casually. We do have 9 p.m. If you can guess how much I paid for 9 p.m., I will give you the bottle. Favorite summer fragrance? I'm just going to read you off several. Amir Celestial, Sahib Intense, Latafa Sakrat, Mahir Legacy Silver, Amir Vibrant Vetiver Delight, Lalix Ecus, Club de Nuit Iconic, Afnan Supremacy in Heaven, FOMO's Fragheads Asylum, Bentley Black Edition, Club de Nuit Intense Man, Club de Nuit Milestone, Banana Republic's Arctic Slate, Mont Blanc's Starwalker, Banana Republic's 78 Vintage Green, there are many summer fragrances that I like. Amir's Vibrant Vetiver Delight, Cedrat Boiset's clone, Amir Cedrat Essence, a super sleeper, Jean Lowe's Maitre. Insane killer sleeper because most people think it's feminine. Had 300 bottles, moved back stateside from Germany, up to 24 now. Hey bro, listen, subscribe to the channel. I've dropped a video and a long form video and a YouTube short every single day for the last like 60 days. There's over 150 videos and game shows all related to fragrance, and I'll help you get your collection back up proper. Sprinkled donuts, you're close, but no cigar. I paid $11 for Offnon 9 p.m. $11 on TikTok. It was an original bottle. I had a sealed stamp and batch code. It's not a fake fragrance. I know what Offnon 9 p.m. smells like. Got it for 11 bucks on TikTok Shop. Thank me later. If you've never bought a fragrance before on TikTok Shop, if you've never bought anything on the TikTok Shop, all people who buy their first item on TikTok Shop get like 45% off or something crazy like that. So if you go on there, find any fragrance you like, make sure that you filter the search based off of free shipping. So you're only buying from a seller who does free shipping, and then apply your coupon code for being a first-time buyer. You'll get your 45% off and you'll get your free shipping, and tell them I sent you. Top 3 worst Lattafa I own. I don't own any worst Lattafa because I do plenty of research. And let me show you something. You see this? Travel sprays. You see this? Decants. This right here, oh my gosh. Come on, focus, baby. Grand Soir, absolute insanity. Oh, speaking of earlier. See this? Samples, decants. See this? Samples, decants. See this? Samples, decants. I don't have a top 3 worst Lattafas because I buy samples and decants before I pull the trigger on anything. I don't deal with FOMO at all. Even though I have close to 200 fragrances, I don't pull the trigger if I'm not 80% confident that I'm buying a star. Appreciate the sub, Sprinkle. Love you, brother. John, I'm gonna send you a travel spray. Go on any of my channel videos, any of them. And I always do an intro. And when I come out of the intro and go to my regular screen where it's full face camera, there's always a section in the middle of the video where I go to the note breakdown and I switch screens to my desktop. When I do that, you're gonna see a webcam video in the corner with my Instagram. Add me on Instagram, send me your name and address, and I will give you a 5 to 10 ml travel spray of this. John, you heard me, or I hope you heard me. There's 30 people in here, so I hope you heard me. I will travel spray this to you, brother. What's the coupon code? So Adrian, when you go to the TikTok Shop, it's not going to be a coupon code. When you're on TikTok Shop, they give you coupons for all kind of things. Like they'll give you coupons just for being logged in for a long time. There might be seasonal TikTok Shop deals where they're trying to get more people to purchase products using TikTok. And so you'll have a coupon list and it'll pop the coupons up as soon as you go into the TikTok Shop. It'll pop up and say, hey, you have 45% off or whatever. When you go to add your product to your cart and hit buy, before you hit buy now, there will be a section on the inventory list that says apply coupon code. So if you get your 45%, you'll know, because when you go into the TikTok shop, it'll tell you you have coupons available, and you could stack up multiple coupons, but you can only apply one at a time. You'll hit apply and it'll change your total accordingly. You know what, Novice? I don't think Off Non 9 PM is a player fragrance. It's Le Male, right? So, or Le Beau, sorry. So, this is a young boy fragrance, man. This is what teenagers and dudes in their 20s wear. Similarly to a lot of Jean Paul Gaultier. My wife doesn't mess with this either. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm a little younger than you, but I'll be 36 in February. So it's not a grown man fragrance. It's too sweet. Women don't want their grown man smelling like coconuts. I can't receive fragrances at my MPO. Okay. Show us your fragrances. Sure, give me a second. Get those likes up. Absolutely. It's all good, bro. I got JPG Ultra Male. Appreciate you sticking to your word, though. Hey, John, I'll do you one better, bro. Go on my YouTube and go through my entire library, and I have a playlist called Reviews. Pick any fragrance from my reviews that I've done a review on, and I will travel spray any one you pick. I'll extend that deal for tonight if you hit me on Instagram, or if you even still want that deal. I know I've sent out a lot of decants this week. I'm more than happy to send you something that you don't have. You just need to hit me up soon. Licorice Note is amazing. Amen. Louise, you got to find some local discounter stores where you can go try some of the Middle Eastern frags. Absolutely. I'm February 9th. I gave 9 p.m. to my 26-year-old nephew. See? Hey, listen, man. Listen, when I smell 9 p.m., right? I like it. I really do. It's cool. You know what I'm saying? I like smelling some of the JPG fragrances, and 9 p.m. is a beast mode fragrance. What young guy doesn't need a beast mode fragrance? He probably has 5 fragrances or less in his collection. Most people have 5 fragrances or less in their collection. So you want a beast mode all around fragrance like this. You know what I'm saying? However, when we talk about DNA and profile, as you age as a man, you start to tap into your woods, your earthy notes, your spices, your resins. You know what I'm saying? You start, it doesn't mean you don't wear fruits and citrus and sugar and cognac and all that. It's just the dimension of a fragrance really relies on the backbone of what's going on behind the fragrance for a lot of older men, because it adds sophistication, it adds use case, it creates vibes. And this vibe right here, the only vibe that it creates is if you're sitting on a beach sipping some kind of sugary alcoholic drink. You know what I'm saying? For a younger guy, they could push this out to date night or a club. You know what I mean? But we ain't in the club anymore. We're rarely out on the beach. So stuff like this, you know, if I'm on the beach, I'm going to grab imagination. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to get something a little more masculine. And I think that's just why older men don't really rock 9 p.m. But for the money and for what it's going after, it is a bullseye of a fragrance. And I have a lot of respect for it. But look at this juice. Does it look like I wear 9 p.m.? I don't. I only wore it for the channel. Oh, you got some decants coming. Okay. Hey, Novice, you know I rock with you heavy, bro. So I sent you a picture of a good chunk of my collection. If you want anything, including the MFK stuff, I'm not a stickler about price or quality. Whatever you want from what you see, let me know, and I'm more than happy to return the favor. More than happy. And I really appreciate you sending frags, because a lot of people say, yeah, man, I'll trade with you. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. They don't be keeping their word. But when people win giveaways on my channel, or when I tell people I'm going to give them fragrances, I just had some subscribers today hit me up on Instagram. Bro, thank you so much. This smells amazing, blah, blah, blah. I really care, bro, because this is the way I look at it, right? And this is to whoever asked earlier about seeing my collection. Absolute legend. When it comes to fragrance collectors, you guys know how much fragrances we're sitting around? A lot. So the way I look at it is, I know I'm not going to use all of this, so I'm going to give it away. I'm going to give it away. I want my subscribers to smell this stuff. Now, somebody asked me earlier today, yo, how do you get your decants so cheap? You know, because I get all my samples for like $3, $4. Dude, if you guys go to my community post where I show pictures of my recent fragrance haul of new stuff, I think I ordered like 20 samples or something. If you guys go in the comments, somebody asked, yo, where do you get all your decants so cheap? I list all of the websites I go to get deals. It's not even a deal. All those websites just sell really affordable samples and decants. What are some grown man fall and winter frags? Grown man fall winter. Great question. I wish more people asked questions like that. Give me 2 seconds. Y'all are gonna make me go through my whole collection, I can already tell. We're going affordability. We're going affordability. I'm gonna go through these fast, bro, so listen, you better have a pen and paper. Fall winter fragrances for grown men. We're gonna start with Fire Your Desire by Amir, $25, fragrancebuy.ca, 100 ml Angel Share Clone, 10 out of 10 to me. Armaf, Odyssey Homme, Eau de Parfum, 100 ml, $20. Clones a combination between Spice Bomb, Infrared, and Tom Ford's Noir EDT. Jean Lowe's Maitre. I forget which Louis Vuitton fragrance this is, but it's a slightly feminine leaning floral fragrance that I think is just a sleeper. Lattafa's Liam Gray. Grise Charnel clone. Pretty spot on, if I might add. 100 ml, $20, maybe 25. Absolute floral banger. Shiaka Blue from Cod Lodge. This is a combination between Afnan 9 p.m. and Bleu de Chanel. Even has some Jean-Paul Gaultier vibes, but it leans harder on the Bleu de Chanel-ness, but it is a spicy, not peppery, slight holiday spice, but grown and sexy for sure. But has a Bleu de Chanel twist, so it's a fresher take on a sweet, fragrant, spicy, sweet type of fragrance. FOMO's Gary's Den. Dior Homme Parfum, DHP, not Dior Homme Intense. This is more dusty iris than creamy iris. This right here is an absolute legend. $25, 100 ml. FOMO Gary's Den, Dior Homme Parfum, killer. This is the most slept on YSL fragrance in the game. YSL's L'Homme. Slightly weak fragrance, but it's basically woods, florals, and basil. Comes off slightly spicy, but so masculine and so good. Your girl will get so close to you and you'll have to get a pair of pliers to get her off of you. If you're daring and you're a rose guy, Ministry of Oud Satin, MFK Oud Satin Mood Clone. $20, maybe $25 at the tops. Clones Oud Satin Mood. One of the most beautiful rose notes in the game. Absolute beast mode fragrance. 2 sprays saves the day. Don't go over 2 sprays. Super Sleeper, Maison Alhambra, Kismet, Tuxedo. If you want to smell like James Bond in a ballroom with sweet pipe tobacco in the air, vanilla amber spices, but it has that kind of cognac-y vanilla pipe tobacco edge to it. Best ballroom tuxedo fragrance for $20, 100 ml. And criminally underrated. Jimmy Choo Man Intense. I honestly think Jimmy Choo Man Non-Intense is the more versatile fragrance, but Intense smells just like the lighter one, just ramped up. So I think from a money standpoint, this is better because 3 sprays will go the entire day and it's denser. Jimmy Choo Man, you might have to rock 4 to 6, but it's fresher. I like this because you save money. Same juice, same price. I'm spraying half the time on this as Jimmy Choo Man regular, and I'm smelling phenomenal. Luxurious, fresh cut leathery spices and amber. Sprinkled, I see you. Yo, I'm excited as hell to rock Liam Gray. Dude, it's just unique, man. It's florals, but trademark unique. There's something else going on in here. Gosh, which reminds me, you know a super sleeper that Darian put me onto? Here's another winter fall fragrance that I rock in the heat because I really don't care. I hate Mont Blanc fragrances, but this Mont Blanc Presence, one of the best takes on heliotrope I've ever had. This novice nose is Modern Fougere. This is 2024 Modern Fougere billionaire status, millionaire status. You know, Sprinkled, the oud The oud fragrance I recommended, Ministry of Oud, this rose fragrance, you really don't smell oud in it. And nothing else that I named has oud in it, nor powder, nor tobacco. I mentioned a little bit of tobacco with this fragrance, but there's no note of tobacco in it on Fragrantica if you look it up. It doesn't smell like tobacco at all. It's just, picture James Bond at the poker table playing extremely high stakes and somebody's puffing on pipe tobacco or something. It has a kind of caramelized vanilla sweetness with a little bite that mimics tobacco, but there's no tobacco in it at all. It's mostly amber, vanilla, champagne vibes. Versace, Hawass, Lattafa Fakar, blah, 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 go-tos for winter. Okay. Yeah, try, Fakar is cool too. You know, Hawass is mid, you know, but that's cool. I mean, try any of those fragrances I recommended. Yeah, I mean, listen, man, I'm from Arizona, so I have to make excuses to be able to rock winter fragrances, and I will. You know what? You know what the excuse I make is? I'm indoors. If I'm indoors, all season, all reason applies to every single fragrance. As long as there's a breeze and it's slightly cool inside, that's winter in Arizona. And in that case, I'm wearing all my winter frags. Yeah, bro, presence, novice presence, bro. Listen, man, you're gonna smell so player with this presence on. Presence has been a super sleeper. It smells exactly how it looks. I rocked Presence like 4 days in a row this week. I mean, it just luxury frag in modern fougere. And I'm starting to really love modern fougere. You know, when I'm suited up, I'm going into the office, I'm talking to clients, blah, blah, blah. Pull that briefcase out and I'm smelling like this all day long. You know, Sprinkled, I'm not the biggest Azzaro fan at all of any Azzaro fragrances. I know I'm the odd man out in that opinion. A lot of people mess with Azzaro, especially a lot of the chromes. It's just, I'm really picky with anything metallic and sporty. It's not my cup of tea. It's just not. But, you know, I give respect to it because I know I'm the rare one. I'm really conflicted with buying a perfume. My choices are Dolce & Gabbana 1 EDT, Uomo Born in Roma, Coral Fantasy, Luna Rossa Black, Azzaro Wanted Night. Please help me out. I'm going to go straight preference and use case. Those are all mostly romantic, lady killer type of fragrances. If I were you, I would either go Uoma Born in Roma or Born in Roma Intense, or I would scrap all of that and get Luna Rossa Prada Ocean and tell them I sent you. You know, Flagstaff is trash, man. Flagstaff is so trash. I can go to Payson, which is only like an hour away, and get that cold feel if I want. But as a city, Flagstaff and Prescott and all those joints are just, I hate to call them druggy towns, but if you're not from there, all you're going to do is drive down the street and see druggies. It ain't it. Yeah, you know, Dolce & Gabbana The One is an OG classic fragrance. But if you own many fragrances, it's just old school, man. It's old school. Let me tell you something. This fragrance right here, I think is criminally underrated. Marc Jacobs by Marc Jacobs. This is my bottle from high school. Back when I didn't even know what fragrance was. Do I love this juice? Yes. Is it extremely outdated? Yes. Dolce & Gabbana's The One is not only outdated, but a lot of the reason it's outdated is because it's similar to Acqua di Gio Armani, where everybody smelled it. Everybody knows the note profile of Dolce & Gabbana The One, not just FragCom. Everybody has smelled The One. Everyone. If they haven't smelled it on their boyfriend, they smelled it on their dad. If they haven't smelled it on their dad, they smelled it on their grandfather. If they didn't smell it on their grandfather, they smelled it on their teenage son. It's just, it's a fragrance you respect, but you keep at a distance. You're not gonna smell bad wearing it. You just won't stand out at all. That's just me. I'm not a hater. Trust me. Rock Dolce & Gabbana The One. I have it. I don't wear it. You know what I found earlier when I was shopping that I thought was super underrated? I'm a big Dior Homme Intense fan. I was shocked how good Dior Homme Sport is. Dior Homme Sport is crazy good. Suggestions for signature scents. Oh my gosh. It's too generic, bro. It's too generic. Dude, signature scents? There's so many. There's so many, dude. You'd have to pick a house. You'd have to start with a house. If you could start with a house, I might be able to point you in a good direction. But I'm a big advocate that certain fragrances that are mid are only mid because a mid individual wore it. You know what I'm saying? Like take Sacrat, for instance. Profumo is legendary class fragrance. But many would say this DNA has been around for years, and it has. But if you're a man, and you look the part, you can make this smell like a 2024 fragrance. But most people wear this while they're running errands with shorts and a white t-shirt and a pair of, you know, Panda Dunks, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you dress down, this is generic, just like Dolce & Gabbana The One. But if you dress the part, you can make this feel so modern and new, especially since it's Profumo and not OG. Don't have that Tom Ford. Nope. You know, I mean, if you look at the sales alone, Dolce & Gabbana The One and Dior Sauvage, they're the same. Everybody smelled The One and everyone smelled Sauvage. And that's not a bad thing. Sauvage Elixir and The One are great fragrances. It's just when we talk signature standout, you're going to smell like 80% of every person wearing fragrance that most people smell. Same with Versace Eros. I don't think La Nuit de l'Homme is all that. I seriously think this is the best YSL fragrance. Just L'Homme. Just get L'Homme, bro. L'Homme is, dude. I used to get reviews from people, specifically women, on L'Homme. Everybody loves L'Homme, dude. Women of all ages love L'Homme. My wife loves L'Homme. My sister-in-law loves. My sister's in-laws love L'Homme. My mom loves L'Homme. Anywhere I am with this fragrance, it is weak. But spray it 8 times. Just spray it. Listen, man, if you have a weak fragrance, but it's worth it in terms of having the DNA, spray up. The only time you should really care about longevity is if you don't own a lot of fragrance. Then you need longevity because it's a money issue. You're not really caring about longevity, you're caring about your money. And you want to spend your money on something that'll last. This is one of those DNAs that, though it's weak, you can't live without this. YSL L'Homme. It's better than every YSL, even YSL Y. Listen, man, shoot me. Take me to the bank. Take me to court. This fragrance right here from the YSL line specifically kills La Nuit de l'Homme to me, man, and to women. I have a lot of use case with this. I have never not received compliments wearing this. Ever. I always get compliments when I wear this fragrance. You just gotta trust me, bro. Grab it, spray it 8 times, hold your nose for about 5 minutes, and go rock out. What would you be willing to trade if I offer the discounted SpongeBob cologne? I got the perfect fragrance for you. For SpongeBob, I will give you this. As phallic as this looks, I will give you this. Cuba Gold 100 ml, and it looks like I'm just kidding. I will give you Cuba Gold for your SpongeBob fragrance. Sound off in the comments now. I gatekeep my signature scents. I don't tell anyone. Sauvage is still great where I live. Everyone follows the trend of TikTokers if they say Sauvage is butt, they won't wear anymore. I prefer YSL. I think you mean La Nuit de l'Homme. I don't think there's a fragrance just called de l'Homme, but maybe I'm wrong. L'Homme is just... it has everything a man wants, right? It's seductive. I think that basil note takes it out of the old woman category and throws it hyper masculine. And the woods. When it gets on skin and warms up, it gets less floral. And then that basil note it's just... as a man, you want a fragrance that is masculine, has the tiniest touch of sweetness, has signature, has draw. Not a fragrance that goes across the room and demands attention. You want to walk around people and make them immediately stop what they're doing and say, oh shoot, whatever vibe he's on, I need to get on it because I just caught a crazy experience when that person walked by. The smell that takes you out of what you're doing is an experience that is priceless to me. When you walk by someone, they have to stop talking, they have to stop thinking, they have to stop their activity because they enjoyed that 2-second experience so much that all they can do is think about it. That right there is priceless to me as a fragrance wearer. I don't always wear fragrances to get compliments, but that is one of the most rewarding aspects of wearing fragrance. is when you are such a vibe fragrance wise that you make people stop whatever the heck they are trying to do because they cannot stop thinking about what you smell like. Listen, man, it's not a secret. I told you guys, L'Homme is a weak fragrance. I don't care. Spray it 6 to 10 times and none of that matters anymore. Point blank period. 6 to 10 times with L'Homme will take you through a work shift. If you need L'Homme to last beyond a work shift, put it in a travel spray and spritz back up later. You should never be in a situation where you say, oh, I need a fragrance to go 12 hours. Why? The dry down alone is diluting your fragrance by the hour. People don't understand, man. I don't get it. Boys Imperial, what's up? I'm in Alaska. The teens is Arrows, Sauvage, Energy, Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue, Dylan Blue. I hit them with any of my small collection. I don't tell them anything. Listen, man, that fragrance lineup is not exclusive to Alaska. Everyone in America is wearing Versace Eros, Versace Energy, Dior Sauvage EDT and Elixir, Jean Paul Gaultier, Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue, Dolce & Gabbana The One, Dylan Blue, Legend Spirit. Everything that Jeremy Fragrance told them to wear, they are wearing. It's not exclusive to Alaska, trust me. To answer Juliana, yes it is. But it conveniently can be multi-use. Not only can you use it for your own stuff you write in your diary, but after you're done, you can spray it down and clean up the crime scene. Not a fan of Versace Eros Energy. Many are, but I'm the odd man out. I'm an old fart, man. I demand other things out of my fragrance. The best phallic fragrance is Perry Ellis 360 Red. No, it's not. Manzano, did you not see what I just showed America? Bro, 360 is a clear red bottle. You know exactly what you think about when I hold this up to the camera. Look at the indentations. Look at that. 360 is not messing with this. This is the most phallic fragrance in FragCom. Stop playing with me. Speaking of which, have you guys ever had 100% cacao chocolate? Oh my gosh. Don't do what I'm doing right now. So if I love ombre leather, what else would I like? Ooh, that's a great question. This right here. If you like ombre leather, enjoy your ombre leather. Don't get Tuscan leather. If you have ombre leather, you have the best Tom Ford leather fragrance. Maybe lean towards Tom Ford's Noir EDP or EDT because it has a note of either suede or leather, but it's more spicy sweet, but it still has that upscale class of leathery vibes. But this is your next option. Mineral note, sweet violet leaf, the freshest cut of suede in your life. Amir Celestial. Ganymede, but 1,000 times better. $20, 100 ml. This is your next step in line if you like ombre leather. That was to Ozzy. Mercedes-Benz Club. Can you tell me a more luxurious fragrance that resembles it? Okay, let me get in my bag. So what you're talking about is these two. Mercedes-Benz OG and Mercedes-Benz Intense. Or you might be talking about the all black bottle. I'm gonna need you to specify, because these have a completely different answer than Mercedes Club Black, which is the black kind of rounded bottle. If you're talking about that one, let me know, because I have a different recommendation. So just specify, Akash. Fragrance is semen, that's hilarious. YSL de l'Homme, yes sir, it is a boozy dark amber. Okay. Would it be in a Sephora? Because I know they have La Nuit de l'Homme, L'Homme, and YSLY in fragrance stores. I don't ever recall seeing de l'Homme. All my fragrances last pretty long for me. Okay. Cool, cool. Tried Eros Energy at Dillard's. Didn't get any OG Eros DNA or Aventus vibes. Got lots of fresh citrus like Acqua di Gio, Sedley, Tygar, etc. I agree. I don't understand why folks don't decant. I've got a decant in my pocket every time I wear a fragrance. It's because they don't wear fragrance like that, bro. They ain't cut like that, novice. Let me show you something. They ain't built like this. I just decanted 2 fragrances. I got to get the XL 100 count of gloves because I decant so much. They couldn't possibly know. They don't understand. They don't understand, bro. They don't know what it's like to have 100 decants. They just don't. You know? And that's why they're on the channel asking me all these questions. Too many bad fragrance purchases. Oh, I know, Sprinkle. I'm just giving you a hard time, bro. And to be honest, like, I think the statistic is 30% of the world wears fragrance. So if that's the case, you have a 30% chance of going outside and smelling somebody with fragrance. Most people under spray fragrance. So out of that 30%, you might have a 15% chance of even catching a waft of somebody wearing a fragrance. Out of that 15%, majority of them are going to be wearing what Jeremy Fragrance says to wear or what they see in a Sephora, which is going to be Dior, Versace, Legend Spirit, Dylan Blue, you know, Sephora fragrances. It's just, you won't know about other fragrances unless you're on YouTube searching fragrances. And how many famous fragrance YouTubers are there? Like 10. In the entire world, there's like 10 mega popular fragrance reviewers. That is such a tiny niche. So unless you are watching those guys, you're not gonna learn about fragrance websites, shopping on different community stores, other carriers, other places to shop. You're just going to see what you see in Ross. A lot of people don't even know Ross, TJ Maxx, and Burlington carry fragrances. They go to those places for discount clothes shopping and like furniture and stuff. Most people only go to like Sephora's to get fragrances, or like Kohl's, or like, you know what I'm saying? Like Perfume World and all that stuff in the mall. Like, you know what I mean? And one thing I can guarantee you, Sprinkled, our wives don't like half the fragrances we like. I was just rocking, speaking of Sauvage Elixir, I hate this fragrance. Okay. I let it macerate. I was like, you know, I gotta wear it for my channel. I put it on. My wife said, oh, shoot, what is that? What is that? My wife likes Assad. Out of my collection, my wife probably likes 30% of the fragrances that I have. And I'm mindful of that when I'm around my wife. I wear what she likes. You should wear what your wife likes. But a lot of times, I find like 70% of wives only like 30% of their man's collection. And then there's this really 30% group of wives that like anything their man wears because they just like smelling good fragrances other than aerosol. You might have got a lucky wife. Who's selling for 20? Noel, I don't know what fragrance you're referring to, so I don't know what you're asking for as far as who sells for 20. Can you make a video on decanting for beginners? Absolutely. We're almost done with my collection. I've been dropping a video every single day on every fragrance in my collection. Every single day a video comes out on my channel with all my fragrances. And we're almost done with my entire collection. As soon as we're done with that, I have all these concept videos all lined up for you guys, including how to decant, what's the cheapest way to get samples, everything. I'm kicking everything I know about fragrance to you guys for free. But right now we're dropping videos every single day, so you can definitely learn tips and tricks for decanting for sure. Yeah, you know, La Nuit de L'Homme is cool. It's cool. But again, I'm hitting L'Homme all day, every day. Yeah, Ulta Beauty. Ulta Beauty is another one. I think it's Ultra Beauty. Well, either way, that's another one. The cool thing about Ulta Beauty is you can get, you know, you can get stuff like Angel Share and Tom Ford, and get some Terre d'Hermès in there. You know, you can get some higher end stuff depending on which ones you go to. So that's cool. Bro, dude, I'm telling you, novice, like, when I smell it, I'm like, coffee, tobacco, vanilla, spice. I don't know, bro. To me, this just smells like what your dad smelled like when you were a kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, it has this kind of Hoven muskness to it, upgraded with just some sweet spices. By the way, if you guys are still in this live, could you please do me a favor and like the video? I'm trying to go live more, and I've only been live for an hour and a half now because there's been so many great questions and interactions for people in the chat. If the chat was not live, I would not be live. We would have cut this off a long time ago. So if you guys have found any value at all, you're on your phone just staring at me. So could you just like the video? That would be so awesome. But yeah, you know, Assad is just like, it's so reminiscent of old to me that, I mean, maybe it's because I don't like Sauvage Elixir, even though Elixir is a little more fresh than this is a little more cakey in beast mode. I don't know, bro, but my wife loves it. So guess what? I'm wearing Assad. Oh, Noel, trust me. And especially since you asked, I'm going to absolutely do the decanting video probably in the next week or two, to be honest with you. Because I'm going to have to use like a top down so you guys could like basically look like this. So because I'm going to have to set up two of my I do have the cameras to do it. Like, I have this camera, I have my webcam camera to go top down. I've got my lighting kit all set up. So, I just need to set it up proper so that when I decant, you guys can see every access of like, or every angle of like what product you need to buy, where to get it, and then the actual decanting process. I'm gonna have to show it all. Yeah, facts, novice. Like, I think Assad smells like what your dad smelled like when you were young, and he like pulled all the women with. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is just OG gangster. Like, this was your pops when he went to the pool hall or to like the local bar and he brought home a girl, or he came home to mom. You know what I mean? Like, this is just that OG player, grown black dude. Like, but it also has that Middle Eastern vibe too, because I can see this rocking heavy in the Middle East. William, I definitely will look into liquid brun. I'm not a big fan of nuclear fragrances. I'm gonna just keep it real with you. There's not many nuclear fragrances that I'm a big fan of. Like, most nuclear fragrances that I have, I'll spray twice and call it a day. The most recent letdown nuclear fragrance was Atlas. Correct, Santana, correct. Like, Sauvage is fresher. This is heavier. Yeah, that's sad, Sprinkled. Like Sprinkled, if I were you, bro, if you don't have a lot of places, I think what you should do is like scour the internet for different DNAs that so this is, I'm gonna actually stop the music. I'm gonna give you a great piece of advice. So this is what you should do, Sprinkled. Go into Ulta or a Kohl's that has a Sephora or a Sephora, anywhere where you know, or even if you have like a Neiman Marcus, just drive out to a nice store like a Neiman Marcus or a Macy's or whatever. When you go in there, try everything. Test everything, figure out what you like. So you might say, oh, I like a little bit of Sauvage. Oh, I like Dylan Blue. Oh, I like YSLY. You know, oh, I like Marc Jacobs, whatever, right? And you write them down on your phone. Write down everything that you even kind of like. And then write down why you like it. Oh, I like this, it's woody. Oh, I like this, it's spicy. Oh, I like this, this is a nice fruit fragrance I like. Take all those and then go onto YouTube and type best alternatives to Dior Sauvage, best alternative to YSLY, better fragrances than Dylan Blue, and start to see what everybody's talking about. And as you start to hear them talk about it, start writing down certain fragrances that intrigue you due to their notes or what people are saying. Then once you have that list, save up about 50 to 100 bucks, and you're gonna go on a sample rampage. And you're gonna go online and you're gonna drop at least 50 bucks. 50 bucks will get you like 40 samples, okay? And you're just gonna sample everything you have the slightest hunch about. With that 40 bucks, you will have, or with that 50 bucks, you will have 40 fragrances. And out of that 40 fragrances, you'll probably find at least 10 to 20 that you absolutely have to have, so you will not have to blind buy. And you'll also know what stuff you want full bottles of and what stuff that you'd rather get a travel spray off of, like a Micro Perfumes or a Decant X. And then you will know your next fragrance purchases for the next several years. And that only costed 40 bucks to establish that and narrow that down. Now you've just increased your nose to, now you put your nose on 40 new fragrances that you investigated already. And you're just educating your nose in such a way where now you're playing the game way better. You're picking better fragrances. You're moving into curiosity. You now officially know, like I don't need to go into Sephora anymore. If you ask me what a fragrance smells like, I can give you the top, mid, and bottom note DNA of anything in Sephora, because I sampled everything over and over. So that has educated me in terms of thinking about what fragrances I might like and what stuff I might want to explore. And it also lets me size up my opinion versus YouTubers, because when a YouTuber talks about what a fragrance smells like, they're always going to tell you it smells like a fragrance that you've smelled in Sephora. They'll say, this, it's like when somebody talks about Cod Lodge, they'll say, this is like Valentino Born in Roma with Bleu de Chanel. You know what I'm saying? Or like, whatever. So when they say that, you'll then be able to picture what that smells like, and that'll help you with your fragrance purchasing. Also, like discovery packs. Discovery packs are huge. You definitely want to get into getting discovery packs. Does local perfume shops clones any good? I don't know. You'd have to tell me what clones they carry, and I can tell you which ones are worth buying. Another thing that's criminally underrated is fragrance communities on Facebook. Where's that fragrance? Halloween Man Shot online is like $35 to $50. I couldn't find it very many places, so the only places I could find it online were selling it for retail, and somebody was selling a full bottle, look at that juice, of Halloween Man Shot, which was so hard to find, and he was selling it for $20. I can't make this stuff up. Siraj, we're not spraying fragrances. You can't smell through your cell phone, so we're not spraying fragrances. Does local perfume shop, okay, inspired from like Sauvage. I mean, honestly, bro, Amazon is shipping so fast now that you don't even need it to be in your local discounter. If you want Sauvage Elixir, you get Lattafa's Assad. You can find it anywhere for $20. If you want Bleu de Chanel, Club de Nuit Iconic, 100 ml, $20. It's Bleu de Chanel, but stronger, slightly less fresh, but 90% close with better performance than Bleu de Chanel, $20. If you want Creed Aventus, Club de Nuit Intense Man EDP, I mean, $20, 100 ml. Honestly, if you want accuracy though, this is the most popular sold Creed Aventus clone of all time. But if you want accuracy, you're going to need to go with Offnon's Supremacy, or Offnon Supremacy Not Only Intense, or L'Aventure from Al Haramain, if you want accuracy. What are your favorite decant sites? And we're going to go soon, guys. I only got about 5 more minutes. I'd love to stay with you guys because, we're getting it popping in here. But I got to pay some bills. Yeah, so websites, we're looking at... Okay, so several websites. This isn't for purchasing fragrances. This is for purchasing decants and samples. Decant X, Scent Split, Micro Perfumes, and Scent Decant. Again, Decant X, Scent Split, Micro Perfumes, and Scent Decant. Look for different fragrances on those websites and find out which site is selling the samples for the cheapest. And many of those sites have coupon codes for 20% off, 40% off from their line. Yeah. Any last minute questions? Then I gotta go. Ever tried Hawas Ice? No, but I know that it's better than Hawas. I've smelled Hawas. To me, Hawas and Nautica Voyage are the same fragrance. So I can tell you without question, based off of many people I subscribe to, if you're deciding between Hawas and Hawas Ice is gonna be slightly, not entirely, slightly better than Hawas. All right, guys. Hey, listen, I really appreciate you guys. Please like this live if you found any value in the content. For those of you who haven't been on this channel before, this is the Scent Bubble. We drop videos every single day on the latest fragrances. I have over 200 fragrances in my collection. I have so many samples as well. It's not even funny. And I try to educate people on my fragrance journey, as well as all of the best resources I've used for collecting, purchasing, decanting, and sampling fragrances. And I do very critical reviews of many of the most popular fragrances out in the community for the sole purpose of sharing with you guys my journey, and also making your fragrance journey a much better time when it comes to purchasing online, because I know everyone's pockets aren't full. So each fragrance you buy needs to be good. It needs to be reliable. Love you guys. This is the Scent Bubble. Y'all have a blessed week. Love y'all, man.